Today I'm on my way to surprise my 11-year-old daughter for her birthday. So my question for you is, how do you show the people that you love them, the people that you care about most? I think you're going to love today's show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right, welcome back. Now, when I was a little kid, growing up in Phoenix, Arizona, and my father was a horseshoer, we grew up and I was poor, or our family was poor. At least this was my memory of the time when the utility company shuts down your electric, when they shut off your water, and we had to carry buckets of water back and forth from a green, disgusting pool in our backyard just to do dishes and flush the toilet. Like, I grew up in scarcity. I grew up not having enough. I grew up with fights about arguments about money. And as I became when I was a little kid even, and I thought about having my own family and growing up, you know, when you're a little kid, you always want to grow up. I can't wait till I'm an adult. I knew that I wanted to be rich. I had found out that generations before my direct family, there had been money at some stage. A great-great-great-grandparent had made a bunch of money, and apparently everybody that had been pissed away. And so now I'm a father. My daughter's turning 11 today, and I'm on my way to surprise her at school. At her grade school, she's in the 5th grade, and they apparently let family and friends come for lunch if you want to go have lunch with your kid. And so I've never done it before. Today I'm on my way, so I'm talking to you in the car, and it made me realize how many things I do to show my daughter that I love her, to show the people that I care about most, my friends, my family, my clients, that I'm constantly thinking about ways that I can go ahead and make sure they know how much I appreciate them. And so that's, I guess, just a core challenge for you as I'm talking to you today about this trip for an 11-year-old. Like, why do you care? And I'm going to tell you what my real birthday present is for my daughter. It's not just me jumping in to have lunch with her. So, but I think it's really important. And I was having a conversation with a client yesterday, and we were talking about how he can do better marketing and increase his sales and make more money and build the mission for his business, whatever that is. And it's created around a foundational question about how he can add more value to the people around him. And I was sharing with him a strategy that you can use when you're having a client conversation, is that the best way to influence someone is to find out what already influences them. And then most of my coaching consulting around this subject is to just, instead of trying to go there and tell people how cool you are and how cool all your stuff is, that you ask questions, like more like a doctor, and you do have a diagnostic conversation with your potential prospect and client, and you find out what they want and what problems they have. Like, you find out what is influencing them. Instead of telling them that your thing is cool, your thing is big, your thing is blue, your thing is cheaper, your thing is better, find out what they want and why. And then the same thing when it comes to communicating in somebody's love language. So there's a great book called The 5 Love Languages that I think you should totally check out. You might have already heard of it. But it shares with you the concept that people are different. And just the way that you feel love and connection and rapport with somebody isn't the same way that your spouse or significant other does. And it's not the same way as your clients, and it's not the same way as your kids. So this is nuts. I am going to brag a little bit here about the ridiculous things we're doing for my daughter for her 11th birthday, because we're spoiling her freaking rotten. And I'm trying to do the best I can to just not spoil her rotten, to make sure that she appreciates everything that she gets. But I approached how do we create an amazing birthday for her around the same concept that I do. And it's not about what I think would be neat or cool. I have to go ahead and try to meet her where she's at. I know what she's into right now. So, for example, I think she's been wanting me to come to her school and join her at lunch, and she doesn't know I'm showing up today, so this is a surprise. I think she's going to like it. She's been asking me for it, and now she's getting it. It is not convenient or necessarily that cool for me. Like, I have other things I should be or could be, anyway, that's accurate, that I could be doing right now, not necessarily what I should be doing. Now, another thing we decided to do for my daughter for her birthday is this girl is obsessed with the soundtrack from Hamilton. So she gets on YouTube and she watches these videos all the time. She makes us listen to them all the time. When we're in the car, she's always wanting to play it on the phone and on the computer. And I mean, it is like she is obsessed. Now, I personally am not that into the soundtrack and the Broadway show. My daughter's never seen it. Just one of her girlfriends shared it with her. And so we decided that what we were going to do is this would be a really nice birthday present for my daughter. I don't know if you know this or not, but Hamilton tickets are expensive. There's like no doubt they're expensive. And we live in Florida. We lived in New York, New Jersey for a long time, but we moved out of there. And now we are just looking at getting Hamilton tickets. It's going to cost us nearly $2,000 just to get plane tickets, or excuse me, not plane tickets, just the tickets to the show, because we're going to go in Broadway. We're going to go to New York. And my daughter actually doesn't, she doesn't know that we're getting this ticket for her. She doesn't even think that that's something that is even approachable, because she knows how expensive the tickets are. But we're doing it anyway. And see, when I was a little kid, I dreamed about traveling. I dreamed about having the abundance that I could go buy things that I wanted to buy and do things that I wanted to do. Like, my friends would go on ski trips. All my rich kid friends, their parents would buy them new clothes, and their parents would take them on vacations to Disneyland and go parasailing and all that shit. I never got to do that, but I knew that when I grew up, I wanted to be able to take my kids with me around the world. I wanted to give them experiences that I never had. And I could not be more grateful that we now have the chance to do that. And I think it's a completely ridiculous. You don't need to spend that kind of money on your kid. I'm not saying that. Today, me just taking the time to show my daughter that I care about her is probably enough. But because I have the ability to, we're going to go to see Hamilton. And we just bought these tickets. It's almost $2,000 to go, me and my daughter and my wife. But not only that, we decided that when we moved away from New York and New Jersey last year, it really tore my daughter up. She was 10 years old. She's leaving her best friend and friends, and it was really this big thing for her. And so I knew that one of the things I wanted to give her, and she does know about this present, that we are going to take her to New York. We just bought tickets to take her there for her birthday. It won't be right on her birthday, but right around it. And we're going to let my daughter hang out with one of her girlfriends. And we're going to stay with them for the weekend. And so I'm doing this, and my wife and I are completely inconveniencing ourselves. It's not like we need to go do this thing. But because I know what is going to make my daughter feel loved and cared about and make a special memory with my daughter, I'm willing to do it. And not only that, but I'm just looking at renting this like luxury RV that you can get. And we're going to rent this thing so we can drive around and then like it's this multi-million-dollar like RV that you can rent, and it's not bad. It's like a couple $100 a day or something like that. So I'm pretty excited about this trip. And so here's my challenge for you, is to ask the question of what needs to of how can you best share with the people that you know, love, and care about that you know, love, and care about them. Like, to ask questions of what you can do. Every single day I talk to my wife about, and I ask her questions about what makes her feel loved. And I'm constantly remembering that the people on my team need to see, feel, and hear my appreciation for them. And so, for example, I will share this with you. I couldn't be more grateful that I have your ear right now and that you are giving me your most precious gift, which is your time, to plug in with me each day on our daily mentoring show. And so if you'd like to share this with somebody else who might appreciate our time together, might appreciate this show, then please do. But more importantly, I would love for you to take action with what I'm giving you each day. And for today, this action can go ahead and help you improve the quality of your life by showing the people that you care about most how much you care about them and love them, not because you talk to them in the way you would like to receive it, but because you discover and get creative about fun things that you can do to show them how much you appreciate them based on their pattern of communication. Okay? to influence someone, the best way to figure that out is to find out what already influences them and to share with someone that you care about them. Same thing. Find out what they care about most, what will make them feel loved. Have a great day.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.